The sun rises over a vast and diverse continent as the map of Africa transitions into crescent moons and images of sacrificial animals, each symbolizing the heart of Eid al-Adha. From the rolling deserts of North Africa to the lush landscapes of East Africa, from the bustling streets of West Africa to the serene villages of Central and Southern Africa, the celebration of Eid pulses through the continent. But despite the many differences in customs, languages, and traditions, one thing remains unchanged: the powerful story of faith, sacrifice, and unity that binds all of Africa together during this sacred time. Across every corner of the continent, the spirit of Eid transcends regional boundaries, creating a powerful mosaic of cultures all united in the remembrance of Ibrahim's unwavering devotion. This is not just one celebration, but many, one tradition, but countless expressions, each uniquely African, yet connected by a shared faith and a collective sense of community. The story of Eid al-Adha begins with one of the most profound tests of faith in the history of Islam. Prophet Ibrahim, a man of deep devotion to Allah, was commanded by God to make an unimaginable sacrifice, the life of his beloved son, Ismail. In a dream, Ibrahim saw the commandment from Allah, and without hesitation, he prepared to fulfill it. It was a moment that tested not only his obedience, but his unwavering trust in God's wisdom. As Ibrahim prepared to carry out the command, Allah intervened, sending a ram to be sacrificed in place of Ismail. This divine intervention marked the beginning of a tradition that has echoed through centuries, a powerful reminder of the strength of faith, the willingness to sacrifice for the greater good, and the importance of following Allah's will without question. The story of Ibrahim's devotion is at the very core of Eid al-Adha, a day when Muslims across the globe commemorate not only his obedience, but also the spirit of selflessness and charity that lies at the heart of Islam. Eid al-Adha is deeply connected to key Islamic teachings about sacrifice, charity, and community. The practice of qurbani, or the ritual sacrifice, symbolizes Ibrahim's willingness to give up what was most precious to him in obedience to Allah. It is a tangible act of sacrifice where the meat is often shared with the poor, ensuring that no one is left without food during this sacred time. This is a direct reflection of the Islamic values of charity and generosity, reinforcing the importance of caring for those in need. The pilgrimage of Hajj, which culminates at the plains of Arafat, also ties into the story of Ibrahim. It is during Hajj, the fifth pillar of Islam, that Muslims gather to perform acts of worship in the same sacred locations where Ibrahim once walked, further solidifying the spiritual connection to the story of his sacrifice. Arafat, the site where Muslims gather for prayers on the day of Arafat, is a moment for reflection, repentance, and a reaffirmation of faith, drawing every believer closer to the essence of Ibrahim's unwavering commitment to God. This is why Eid al-Adha is not only about the act of sacrifice, but also about remembering the lessons of devotion, charity, and selflessness that Ibrahim's story embodies. Through rituals like qurbani, the pilgrimage to Arafat, and the shared sense of community, Muslims reaffirm their commitment to God's will and the greater good of humanity. The deep connection to these spiritual teachings is what makes Eid al-Adha a living, breathing tradition that spans centuries, reaching across the globe and particularly across Africa, where it is celebrated with rich, diverse expressions of faith and community. In West Africa, Eid al-Adha is a vibrant celebration marked by deep-rooted traditions that reflect the region's rich cultural diversity and commitment to faith. In Nigeria, particularly among the Hausa and Fulani communities, the celebrations begin with the majestic Salah Durbar parade, Horses adorned with royal regalia, vibrant robes, and intricate drumming fill the streets as people gather to honor the day. The Durbar Parade is more than just a procession. It's a stunning display of pride, culture, and devotion to Allah. As the parade makes its way through the town, families prepare for a grand feast where communal meat sharing takes center stage. Hausa drumming fills the air, creating a rhythm that ties everyone together in a shared experience of joy, reflection, and generosity. The meat from the sacrificial animals is distributed to family, friends, and the less fortunate, emphasizing the importance of charity and community bonding, central to the spirit of Eid. In neighboring Senegal, the celebration takes on a distinct flair, known locally as Tabaski. Here, families gather to showcase their finest attire, in an event that almost feels like a fashion show with brightly colored fabrics and beautifully designed robes reflecting the diversity and creativity of the Senegalese people. Roasted lamb is the centerpiece of the meal, a symbol of sacrifice and generosity. The scent of the lamb wafts through the air as families gather to enjoy the delicious meal together. The elders bless the children, a tradition that continues through generations, passing down the importance of family, respect, and community. The griots, storytellers of the region, add a special touch to the day, recounting tales from the past and weaving lessons into the fabric of the celebration. These stories, passed down from one generation to the next, carry the wisdom and history of Senegal, giving young ones a deeper understanding of their culture and faith. In Ghana and Mali, the celebrations also emphasize unity and reverence. People gather for public prayers, where large congregations join together to express their devotion. After the prayers, there is an outpouring of respect for ancestors, as families engage in storytelling, recounting the deeds and wisdom of those who came before them. This reverence for the past connects each generation to the one before it, creating a sense of continuity and belonging. In these countries, children are often rewarded for their patience and devotion during the celebrations, receiving coins or sweets as a token of appreciation. The joy of Eid radiates through the laughter of children and the shared moments between family members, fostering a sense of connection and gratitude. As we look at these celebrations across West Africa, we are reminded of the richness of the region's traditions. The horses, the colorful robes, the mosque scenes, and the family cooking pots all symbolize the unity and diversity of the African continent. Eid in West Africa is not just a religious observance, it is a cultural celebration where music, food, and family come together to create a moment of reflection and gratitude. In East Africa, the celebration of Eid al-Adha reflects a deep connection to community and tradition, each country adding its unique touch to this sacred occasion. In Ethiopia, Eid is known as Arafah, and it is a time for communal prayers and vibrant celebrations. The morning begins with the faithful gathering at mosques or open fields for prayers, their voices rising together in a chorus of devotion. The celebration extends into the home, where the famous Ethiopian coffee ceremony is performed, with family and friends coming together to share a cup of coffee brewed from freshly ground beans. This ceremony, steeped in tradition, is an essential part of Ethiopian culture and is woven into the fabric of Eid celebrations. As the coffee brews, the aroma fills the air, and families sit down to a meal of injera, a spongy, sour flatbread that is often paired with stews and meats, making it an iconic dish during Eid feasts. These gatherings are more than just meals. They are moments of connection, a time for reflection and gratitude for the blessings of faith, family, and community. In Somalia, the spirit of Eid is marked by the sacrificial offering of a camel or goat, a practice that highlights the importance of sacrifice in the Islamic faith. The elders bless the meat, which is then distributed among family, friends, and the less fortunate, emphasizing the importance of charity and generosity. The celebration is lively and full of energy as women sing Buranbur, a traditional form of Somali poetry and song, filling the air with rhythms that celebrate both the festive spirit of Eid and the strength of the Somali people. Children take to the streets, playing games and enjoying the holiday in the company of their friends and family. This time of joyous celebration is not only about honoring the sacrifice, but also about coming together as a community to embrace both faith and culture in its purest forms. In Kenya and Tanzania, the coastal Swahili culture brings its own flavor to Eid celebrations. Here, people dress in kanga, a colorful cloth that is wrapped around the body, creating a striking and vibrant display of tradition. The coastal regions come alive with the aroma of pilau rice, a spiced rice dish that is a staple during Eid meals. This dish, rich in flavor and history, symbolizes the fusion of African and Arab culinary influences that shape the Swahili coast. As the day unfolds, there are Quran recitations that echo through the coastal towns, and celebrations often spill out onto the beaches, where prayers are offered in the open air, facing the sea. The sight of men and women in their finest attire, with the backdrop of the Indian Ocean, creates a serene yet joyful atmosphere that captures the essence of Eid in this part of Africa. The beach celebrations are a unique aspect of Swahili culture, where the connection to both nature and spirituality is evident in every prayer and act of generosity. Across East Africa, the celebration of Eid is not just a religious observance, but a cultural expression that is deeply intertwined with the region's history and customs. Whether it's the communal prayers and coffee ceremony in Ethiopia, the camel sacrifice and Buranbur singing in Somalia, or the Swahili cuisine and beach prayers in Kenya and Tanzania, the celebrations are a testament to the diverse ways in which faith and culture come together. These practices not only honor the tradition of sacrifice, but also celebrate the community bonds that define the spirit of Eid, making it a day of joy, reflection, and shared blessings. In North Africa, Eid al-Adha is a rich blend of ancient traditions and modern rituals, where the past and present come together to create a unique celebration of faith and culture. In countries like Egypt, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and Libya, the spirit of Eid is rooted in deep historical practices, but is also shaped by contemporary customs. In rural areas where traditions run deep, the sacrificial act of Qurbani is still a central event, with families coming together to sacrifice animals in accordance with the teachings of Islam. This act of sacrifice is often done in the open fields, where the community gathers to witness the ritual, share in the meat, and offer prayers of thanks and reflection. However, in the bustling cities of North Africa, where space is limited and the pace of life is faster, many families choose to donate the money they would have spent on an animal to those in need, ensuring that the spirit of giving remains strong even in urban environments. In many North African homes, decorative henna is an important part of the Eid preparations, particularly among women. The application of henna is not only a form of beautification, but also a way of connecting with centuries-old traditions. The intricate designs, often drawn on the hands and feet, symbolize joy, prosperity, and spiritual well-being. As women gather in homes, the air is filled with the scent of henna mixed with the sounds of traditional music, where drums and string instruments create a lively atmosphere. These celebrations often extend into the kitchens, where the baking of sweets such as kayak in Egypt or makroud in Morocco, becomes a cherished activity. These sweet treats, filled with dates or nuts and fried to golden perfection, are shared with family and neighbors, reinforcing the values of generosity and community that define Eid. The celebrations in North Africa are often deeply intergenerational, with grandparents, parents, and children coming together in traditional homes. The family unit is at the heart of Eid, where the elders pass down stories, wisdom, and cultural practices to the younger generation. It's a time of teaching and learning, where the values of sacrifice, charity, and faith are shared, not just through words, but through actions. Rooftop prayers are also a notable feature in many North African cities, where families gather on the rooftops to offer their prayers under the vast sky, their voices rising together in a moment of collective devotion. This unique practice is a reminder of the connection between the people and their environment, blending spirituality with the beauty of their surroundings. From the narrow alleys of the Medina in Morocco to the rooftops of Cairo, North Africa's Eid al-Adha is a celebration of both history and modernity. Whether through the sacrifice in rural fields, the donation in the cities, the application of henna, or the baking of traditional sweets, each practice reflects a deep sense of culture and devotion. The blend of ancient rituals with modern practices creates a celebration that is both timeless and ever-evolving, a testament to the resilience and continuity of faith and tradition across generations. In Central and Southern Africa, where Muslim populations are often in the minority, the celebration of Eid al-Adha is no less powerful or heartfelt. Countries like Chad, Cameroon, South Africa, Malawi, and Zambia may not have the large Muslim communities found in other parts of the world, but the spirit of Eid is still deeply felt and celebrated. In these regions, the Eid celebrations are marked by a sense of inclusivity and unity. Mosques in major cities open their doors not just to Muslims, but to the public as well, inviting interfaith guests to join in the celebration and witness the beauty of Islamic traditions. This sense of community is especially important, as it fosters understanding and togetherness across different cultures and religions. One of the central aspects of Eid in Central and Southern Africa is the meat distribution drives, which are organized to ensure that those in need can also partake in the festivities. Despite the often smaller Muslim populations, these events are a testament to the strong commitment to charity that is a cornerstone of Eid al-Adha. The meat from the sacrificial animals is distributed to the poor, ensuring that no one is left out of the celebration. These drives are not only about feeding the hungry, but also about spreading the message of compassion, kindness, and solidarity that lies at the heart of the holiday. In South Africa, the celebrations take on a distinctly multiracial and multicultural flavor. The country's rich diversity is reflected in the way Eid is celebrated, where people from various backgrounds come together to observe the occasion. One of the most notable aspects of South African Eid celebrations is the Islamic choirs that perform during the day, filling the air with soulful renditions of traditional songs. These choirs bring a unique blend of Islamic and South African musical traditions, creating an atmosphere of joy and reverence. Outdoor khutbahs, the Friday sermon, are another highlight, where hundreds of worshippers gather in open spaces to listen to the sermon and participate in communal prayers. These outdoor events not only provide a chance for the Muslim community to come together, but also serve as a way to engage the wider public in the religious significance of the day. The visuals of Cape Town mosques, with their stunning architecture and peaceful surroundings, are a vivid reminder of the spiritual richness of South Africa's Muslim community. As the celebrations unfold, joyful meat sharing becomes an integral part of the day's activities, with neighbors and friends coming together to share in the blessings of Eid. The spirit of generosity and hospitality is felt strongly here, as families and communities open their homes to guests, ensuring that no one is excluded from the joy of Eid. In Central and Southern Africa, Eid al-Adha may be celebrated by smaller Muslim populations, but its impact is no less profound. Whether through meat distribution drives, welcoming interfaith guests, the musical vibrancy of Islamic choirs, or the peaceful processions through Cape Town's streets, the celebration is marked by unity, charity, and an unwavering commitment to community. The beauty of these celebrations lies in the way they bring people together, transcending cultural and religious differences to foster a spirit of shared humanity. Across every corner of Africa, no matter the region, the spirit of Eid al-Adha is unmistakable. It is a celebration that transcends borders, languages, and customs, uniting people in one common cause, the spirit of sacrifice. Whether in the deserts of North Africa, the bustling streets of West Africa, the serene beaches of East Africa, or the vibrant cities of Central and Southern Africa, there is a shared commitment to giving, to reflecting on one's faith, and to remembering those in need. The act of sacrifice is not just about the offering of an animal. It is about offering one's time, resources, and heart to others. Across the continent, this act of generosity is embodied in the giving of meat, the sharing of meals, and the heartfelt prayers for the well-being of all. This universal spirit of giving is accompanied by a deep call to reflect on the blessings of life, on the importance of family, and on the need for unity in the face of adversity. Eid is a time to remember the poor, the sick, and the marginalized, ensuring that no one is left behind in the celebration. It is a reminder that true joy comes not from what we have, but from what we are willing to give to others. As the narration unfolds, a powerful montage of families eating, praying, and hugging plays out across the screen, capturing the essence of Eid in its most heartfelt form. From north to south, east to west, the same values of sacrifice, charity, and reflection shine through, creating a profound sense of shared humanity that ties all of Africa together, no matter where one is or what one believes. A cross-continental montage, families sharing meals, offering prayers, embracing one another in moments of joy, and celebrating the spirit of sacrifice. Eid al-Adha in Africa isn't just an Islamic celebration, it's a vibrant living archive of heritage, culture, and spiritual memory. From the bustling markets of West Africa to the tranquil beaches of East Africa, from the ancient traditions of North Africa to the dynamic celebrations of South Africa, each region adds its own unique chapter to the story of this sacred day. Eid al-Adha is not just about faith, it's about community, family, and the shared values that unite us all, no matter where we come from. This day stands as a powerful testament to the enduring spirit of sacrifice, generosity, and reflection that continues to shape Africa's diverse cultures and traditions. We'd love to hear how Eid is celebrated in your community. Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know the special traditions that make your celebration unique. Like, comment, and share to keep this story alive. Subscribe to History's Forgotten Stories Are Finally Remembered. May this Eid bring peace to your spirit, joy to your household, and strength to your path. May the sacrifice of Ibrahim remind us all to walk in faith, even when the road is hard. Amen.